All right, we're back on the Trickster tonight. Oh yeah, love me some Syax. Love me some Syax. All right. 4 days.
Some old reports. God help you all when I'm
What's up, Brick?
Who the fuck is gonna hold this place
All
together?
right, so actually we need to reset the story. Whoops. Got some super old Franker Faces emotes there. Those emotes are like 7 years old. At least. Probably closer to 8. 2 more days until you get your PS5. Nice.
Fighting here.
Yep. He's a god in fucking Remnant. How you doing, Ark? Just getting started.
Ain't nothing free.
Doing good, Brick.
I find some semblance
Doing good. I woke up today, so it's a good day. I'll be doing a lot better in 5 days.
It's bad.
I'll see what I can do. But Shira, I still got about 30 years of questions to catch up on.
Yeah, I picked up
So
that
if you make it
philosophy
back in
from a
1 week,
viewer, actually.
But I don't promise I'll have all the
A
answers.
somewhat regular. We had Gobo. He always brought that kind of philosophy. The game release depends on what you're playing it on. It'll be April 1st, but if you're on console, it'll be at midnight in your country. And if you're on PC, it'll be noon Eastern Standard Time. It'll be same time globally for PC, which will be noon Eastern. Unfortunately, that doesn't vibe with my stream schedule, so I have to wait till the evening, the following evening, to dive in.
But it's a mess out there. Everything's upside down.
Yeah, I noticed. Don't worry, I'm carving my way through it.
May RNGesus be with you and bless you with many legendary guns. The RNG prayer. Struggled tonight, but I finally managed to get the story done for the demo on my pyro, so now I can start farming. But need a break after getting my butt handed to me repeatedly. Ooh. And yoinking that life. Dying not on purpose is not fun. Very true. Except ferocious. Yeah, pyro captain farming is a little bit more difficult, I find. But once you get the hang of it, the right mods, you'll be blowing them up in no time. We nabbed the Thunderbird and a Migraine last night. I'm pretty confident of that as well. That they know the damage I'm going to wreak with that golem limb. So they know. Little potato. And knocking that life or not.
I'm getting major
Nice,
deja vu
Black
in this
Wolf.
place. Reminds me of that mission in Damascus when we rescued those diplomats.
Never wanted time to
I
fly
had to save your
faster.
ass from that machete-wielding mob.
4 days.
More like that time I had to
Hey,
save
it seems
your
like
sorry
yesterday
ass
it
from
was
that redneck
9
mob
days.
storming DC.
So we're
Those
making
missions
progress.
Felt like we were fighting for a reason. But this shithole, it's never
So
been worth fighting for.
just
So what's it all
gotta stay
about
on the
for you
positive
then?
side, right?
Just trying to live another day. Boss, we're barely holding on.
Sounds like I chose a good day to wake up then.
Oop, nope, 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 nope. Beautiful, man, beautiful.
Jakub, I'm seeing a lot of dead people.
I
They look like
mean,
they've been
at the very least,
sauteed.
you know you're gonna have more content than
Be
Anthem,
careful.
so you got that going for you. This will be willing to support the DLC for this game, unlike Destiny. Same.
Jakub, I've reached the
I
solar
don't think I've
tower.
ever paid for a
going in.
single
What are you thinking
DLC
there?
with
Some kind
Destiny.
of weird
So.
electrical sparks flying everywhere.
Means you're getting close. This altar.
The game is just not
mention?
grasping enough for me.
He's a goddamn electro freak.
You mean he lights up light bulbs?
More like flash frying everything for a mile. Look, I know you've
I
always been able to
did
handle
buy
yourself,
D2.
but this son of a bitch is on a whole other level.
As of recently, so am I.
That I didn't. I bought the base game when that's all that was. So if you want to call that buying DLC, I guess. Oof. Had 9 of the 10 legendaries with duplicates, and now I have about 5 of them. Not sure how they went missing, but the game, I like the game and bought it. We'll be playing it, but I hope they fix problems going forward. But I never played Destiny 1. Definitely let them know on either Discord or Reddit, because they wanted to know if anyone lost legendaries after they patched the fix, but
And so, Outrider, you've had your first kill.
watched a
We
stream
often
today where a
do not
guy
die
got
so
his
easily,
whole
do we?
character wiped.
Seth.
Like he was farming and disconnecting, came back and his character was naked and he lost everything. Ooh,
We must speak.
damn. That is rough. Yeah.
Believe it. Outrider, what you
Hope they
just
got a
did.
quick fix
I've
for
left
that.
100 men
That's a bad one to
trying.
get right before
Don't
the
thank me
launch.
yet. You still got a war to win.
Not sure anyone's winning this goddamn war. But there's something even more important you might be able to do.
Hopefully
Come to
that's
me in my
super
bunker.
rare. Even restarted the game, didn't work. Deleted and re-downloaded, still had nothing. That is very strange. Yeah, I thought they fixed all that too. That's why they wanted to know if anyone had that happen after they fixed it. That is very crazy.
Good to see you again.
How the hell is the East?
I don't trust any of those
I find some semblance of
After we capture the bunker.
I don't believe.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you either, Jakob.
It's
I want to hear the moment our search parties turn up anything.
Yep, same mode, and I had that happen in one of my WoW accounts.
Ain't nothing free.
Luckily, shit got restored.
Come, see what wonders I have for sale.
another time.
It was shortly after the Wrath of the Lich King launch.
Thanks again for getting the guy.
Ain't nobody stupid enough to come.
Hey, Shira. I got some business in Hound's
Yeah,
territory.
exactly, Buddha.
What can you tell me about their leader? This guy, Barker.
He fights dirty.
That is a little
blatantly
worrisome
innocent.
this close to
His men
launch,
are
not gonna
loyal
lie.
because they're terrified of him.
And you let this guy run things
Yeah,
inside
they
your
were
walls.
quick about it
He's too
too.
well fortified at the bottom of the.
The Hound's hideout. Barker will be down here somewhere.
Give me those kneecaps. I did not see that. Is it on Twitter? Did they showcase the Devastator?
Hey everyone, MTast here.
That is loud.
MTast here with the Devastator Class Showcase, sponsored by Outriders. I've been given the amazing opportunity of diving in with the Devastator with all of the skills, legendary gear, a maxed out skill tree, and the true potential of the Devastator.
Oof.
We're going to be doing a deep dive look at how you can be aggressive and do insane area of effect damage with the Devastator.
Shinobi.
How you can tank up and be an absolute wrecking ball, blocking damage for your teammates and pushing into the enemy back lines. And as a little special finale, I'm going to be jumping in with an endgame Devastator build that is honestly going to make your jaw drop. Now, if you haven't watched the Devastator video on the main Outriders channel yet, I highly recommend you watch that as well. They do an amazing job of breaking down this class, and between this video and the one on the main Outriders channel, you're going to have every tool you need, every bit of info to dominate your enemies on Enoch. Now, without further ado, this is the true power of the Devastator. Now, before we get into the main skills, let's talk about the melee ability as well as healing. Now, the Devastator has the strongest melee in the game, in my opinion, because there's actually a node that gives you double damage. So the base amount of damage is enough to one-bang many of the enemies in-game. On top of this, the melee applies a bleed, and with all the nodes increasing duration, damage, and even healing you, it is a pretty stacked melee ability. As for healing, much like the Trickster, the Devastator benefits when killing enemies up close and personal. Not only will they heal up, but the Devastator will also get additional max HP and increased armor after each kill, which is amazing because it turns you into a tank. As for your skills, Earthquake is the first ability you'll get. This is an area of effect shockwave that will do damage to enemies as well as interrupt them. Earthquake has great damage, a short cooldown, and the area of effect is large enough that even flying enemies
there's some
can get caught
beasts
in the crossfire.
shooting at you.
This
Maybe
is
Reflect will work on that.
jack of all trades ability that you can use on pretty much any enemy in any situation in Outriders. Our first defensive ability on the list
don't you like
is
it already,
Golem,
Odin?
and this reduces incoming damage by 65%. So enemy attacks turn into tiny little baby scratches. One thing I love about Golem is, yeah, you can tank up and push the enemy like crazy, but even in those situations where you're in cover, that pesky sniper on the enemy team isn't going to be hurting you that much because you're mitigating so much damage.
There is no wrong spec.
There are so many situations where Golem comes in clutch and is going to keep you and your teammates alive. Even if it's just you distracting the enemy while they pelt you with 9,000 bullets. As for Gravity Leap, this is visceral, it is powerful, it is versatile, it's everything you could ever need.
Look at that gun, it's blue.
Gravity Leap is one of my favorite. Pelt you with 9,000.
This one? Oh, this one. I think that's
Even
the
if it's just you
absolute zero.
distracting the enemy while they pelt you with 9,000 bullets. As for Gravity Leap, this is visceral, it is powerful, it is versatile, it's everything you could ever need in an ability.
I don't know.
Gravity Leap is one of my favorite abilities in the entirety of Outriders because it allows you to reposition, it allows you to do high base damage, and it interrupts enemies who are using their abilities. Because it's pretty quick to
The
cast,
rarity was blue?
and the movement speed when using it is very high, you can close the gap on enemies that might be casting a devastating spell and stop them in their tracks. And you might just one-bang anything that you hit, so that's a bonus as well. Our fourth ability, Reflect Bullets, puts up a wall that reflects bullets. You will absorb all the bullets fired at you when they're at your front, and you can even send them back at your opponents. Just be careful that you don't turn around or they don't flank you, because you will eat a lot of damage very quickly. This is a frontal shield, and you can even stop the bullets from hitting your teammates. So this is a great ability if you are playing on a team, but even solo, it's effective. But did you know you can also use it to block melees? That's right. If there are enemies that use melee attacks, you can block them as well. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of satisfying watching these idiots kind of just smash against my barrier. What are you guys doing? Next up, we've got Impale. This is going to skewer your enemies with rock, interrupting their skills, inflicting a bleed, and hitting really hard with the base damage. Now, if you kill the enemy, it will impale them and create a
I'm ready to
zone
become
that gives
Vlad the
you healing
Impaler.
and armor. So it's really great if you're playing on a team, but even solo, those benefits are always going to be appreciated. I find that
Especially
because
that
of the high
oop,
base
purple.
damage, pretty much every time I use it on an enemy, it does kill them, so I get that armor and health regeneration more often than not. This next ability, Tremor, is super effective when there are large amounts of enemies. Not only will it do multiple pulses of explosive damage, it will also heal you and leech life from the opponents. So if
So
you
it's
get
like Feed the
surrounded,
Flames.
Tremor is the perfect tool to not only dish out damage, but
Except
stay alive
hitting
as
a lot
well.
more things.
What are you guys gonna do? Kill me? Boulder Dash turns you into a football player. As you run through enemies, you're going to do damage, but when you slam on top of them, it's going to do another burst of damage. So if there are a bunch of trash mobs between you and a boss, well, you're going to kill them on the way there and then do a huge chunk of damage when you hit them. Endless Mass will not only apply a bleed, but it will increase gravity and pull all enemies towards
I didn't know
it
it
like a black
started a
hole of
bleed
death.
on them too.
Endless Mass is fantastic for removing enemies from cover as well as grouping them up so you can devastate them with some of your other area of effect abilities. Which brings up a good point. All of these skills are fantastic, but it's when you start putting
That
them
is a cool looking
together that
effect.
you really make a build and start doing optimal damage. I highly recommend
days.
trying out all the abilities and mixing and matching.
4 days.
There are hundreds of different combinations
5
and
for me.
builds you can make using the different skills and
Tornado mod?
Outriders.
Yeah, maybe.
And once you've found the ones you really enjoy, you can
This
really
is the
start to
class I'll be
optimize
playing,
things with
the
your gear.
Devastator.
Finding armor with mods for your favorite skills is one of the best ways to increase your damage. Some of these mods are super powerful,
What is that?
giving you an extra
What is this gun? It's got like, oh, that's so cool. It's got like a swirly bit. It's a really
earthquake,
cool
or
effect.
even allowing you to heal based on the damage that you deal. But I've got a tip if you have some old gear that's just sitting around. Old gear can be disassembled, and those mods can be used on new high-level gear. So if
Trickster
you
is my
really
second
enjoy
favorite,
using a particular
and that's what
skill,
we're playing
but you
tonight.
have some old armor with that mod available, it's really easy to craft
Really
and
like
get a
it.
build going. Now, you're probably wondering, what does an endgame build look like?
These are all the tier 1 mods he has for the character, which I suspect will be all the mods. Yeah, 65 tier 2s, 36 tier 3s.
It's time to show you the true power of the Devastator.
Yeah.
We've got a legendary armor set that increases damage against bleeding enemies by 150%. We've got a mod that gives us multiple activations of Impale. Our Earthquake is now inflicting bleed, and the Impale will now hit multiple targets. Oh, and we drastically increased the range.
Yeah,
of
that's
the Earthquake.
Imtashed.
But we're not done yet. We're tankier when surrounded
video
by
they
enemies,
showcased
and we're
on
doing
Twitter.
even more damage against bleeding targets. And if
Or
that's
the,
not enough
Devastator
for you,
showcase.
Earthquake is now going to permanently reduce the armor of enemies affected by it by 20%. Oh, and it's going to do a bunch more damage. Our final piece brings it all together with an extra activation of our Earthquake as well as Impale's damage.
This is why I want to try this build. The set bonus for the Seismic Commander gear. Increase damage towards enemies with a bleed by 150%.
Damage increasing. As for abilities, we're using Earthquake, Impale, as well as Tremor because they're all seismic abilities, and we're going to focus on that in the skill tree. By focusing on our seismic skill cooldowns, as well as doubling down on all of our bleed effects like bleed duration, bleed damage, and even stealing health while enemies are bleeding, this build has a lot going for it. Not only is it great for spamming abilities and killing trash mobs, but between your weapon damage and the bleeds, bosses are going to go down with ease as well. A maxed out Devastator feels like a freight train. You can run in, barreling towards the enemy as you impale them, smash them with
that
earthquakes,
AoE
or just
impale.
straight up leech HP from them as they bleed and cry. I absolutely fell in love with the Devastator after playing it, and this legendary gear makes it feel like one of the strongest classes in the game. And this is only one build. This is only one variation and one set of skills. With Outriders, there are multiple ways to build your character, so make sure to dabble and try others,
He's on World Tier
especially
4,
if you
yeah.
get lucky and get some other legendary armor pieces to drop.
World
The
Tier 4
Devastator
on
as
a level
whole is one of my
30
favorite
character,
classes now
so.
after playing it and really doing a deep dive because I think it brings a lot to the table for both solo and team play. If I could choose, I would always have a Devastator on my team. They can be tanky and disruptive, or they can just flat out nuke enemies if they want. But honestly, that's pretty much it from me. I hope you really enjoyed this Devastator showcase.
Yeah.
I hope you learned some things, and I
think
hope you are
that's
hyped to play
for a
this
reason.
class when it launches on April 1st. Thank you so much, Outriders, for sponsoring this video and giving me the amazing opportunity of testing all of this out. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be
We'll
making
toss him a
more
subscribe
Outriders
for that
guides.
one. Very nice. They probably don't want to show a video of their own devs getting their ass handed to them in World Tier 15. All right, to the crossroads. Got your first legendary. What? Ooh, what'd you get? And congrats.
What happened? Where is...
No better feeling.
Give that captain what's coming.
There is
Bring me that
one better
bastard's
feeling,
head.
Odin, and that's the release of the game.
Time I settle up with this captain. Hope he hasn't forgotten.
But you don't already have the game like the rest of us, Odin? Sorry, couldn't resist. Wub, 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 wub. Oh. Did you go through the wall, bud? Nope. He's just impaled on something there. Interesting. Second
Thought I'd have a harder
legendary
time
drop
getting
took me
back
about
through.
3 hours after my first.
Captain should be hauled up somewhere in
What
here.
was the disappointment? No legendary is a disappointment. If you think a legendary is a disappointment, you don't deserve the legendary. Boop. Hi. but it's still legendary. Can't wait to get on the grind tomorrow and try to get a Lego before the release.
Outriders always
I have
pay what's
faith.
owed. That soldier will want to see his head for herself.
Sonny wants that thunder chicken. Can't say I blame you.
Keep
I just need one.
You did a good,
A high-powered
a real good thing.
golem limb.
Maybe my dead friends can rest a little easier now.
Thunderbird, Voodoo, and Golem.
Shira, I'm looking at the epicenter of the explosion. This is where the collapse started. I
think I have Amber Vaults on all my characters now. Maybe not my Techno, I'm not sure. And boop. As I'm watching the video, gotta say, reflective bleeding build with shoddy sounds so much more aggressive. And boop. All right. One breacher. I thought the first temporal blade would have got that marksman, but I guess not. And boop. Yeah, Iceberg is one of the most common drops I've gotten. Iceberg and Amber Vault. And Migraine. Hello? There we go. And boom. Oh my god, what's with your build? You just shred the captain so fast. Are you talking about this Trickster build? One, I'm built into firepower. I have strong twist, increases firepower by an additional 15%. While twisted rounds is active. Twisted rounds get 2 magazines of twisted rounds. Slasher, get 2 temporal blades. Big range increases the range of the bubble, which I'm okay with replacing that, but haven't found anything worth. And a weakening zone. Enemies entering the sphere are afflicted with weakness. And I'm using a 348 Amber Vault. This is probably because I had Devastator in the title at the start. Yep, Memory of a Goldfish. It's contagious. Oh yeah, this is definitely a DPS focused build. As you can see. The bubble gives you a little bit of survivability for a little bit, so. Yeah, this is a twisted round build, basically. And boop. How dare you, sir? How dare you hit a lady? Creatures. Thank you. Any of the special ammo is OP. Just like Reflect is OP. Let's try this with just the iceberg. I'm guessing 4 or 5 shots. Looks like 3 landed shots. I have a question. I have a friend who's just starting the demo. Created a new character to play with him, but he keeps saying he's in a prologue and can't join me. Basically when you get to the point where you're in the wasteland after you've been exiled by the captain. Yeah, but yeah, when you guys pick classes is when you're able to join together. 4 more days. Pro-Tuck. Thank you for the follow, Batman. Welcome. Your voice, my new sleepy stream. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I won't give you nightmares. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Boop. Damn corpse is getting in my way. Play through the whole first section, done the rescue Jacob mission, now heading for the solar tower, and we still won't let us join up. Make sure privacy is set to friends only. To make sure you're both signed in on Steam or whatever you're playing on. Other than that, I don't know what the issue could be. I think we just two-shot his ass. I want to play Outriders the second it drops, but I'm on PC, so we have a 12-hour delay than console. Yeah. So console's getting it at midnight, whereas PC for me will be noon. And I can't stream at noon, so yeah. Well, it's not the 31st, it's the 1st, midnight at the 1st. It'll be midnight for your country. They're doing rolling release for console. For P, it's a global release. Yes, we will be able to raise the level of legendaries as well as their attributes. So if you really like a legendary, you can take it all the way with you. Yeah, we two-shot his ass with this gun. And it's not even a powerful iceberg. Technically, yes. Except if you're on PlayStation. Why is that? Lovely. So hard to see through the bubble. Well, these developers have taken note of people using system time changes as a way to exploit things. So you might not want to do that, or else be flagged as a cheater. Don't know if they're going to be looking for that for the release, but exclamation point day 1, and then go to the hacking section. They have them conveniently indexed for you, and take a gander at what they're doing with cheaters. PlayStation prevents it anyway. Yeah. Better off playing something else while you wait, just to be safe. So I'm having to wait until midnight April 2nd to play. Simply because I'm on PC. Did you hear about the first example of mod balances? No. What is it, Kill him? I did hear someone say something about the Amber Vault getting nerfed, but I haven't noticed it. Yeah, you'll be able to still be able to play if you get flagged as a cheater, but you'll be able to play solo or with other cheaters. You won't be able to play with anyone who's not flagged as a cheater. And you'll have a watermark on your screen signifying you're a cheater. Just not worth it to play it a few hours early. No Legos yet, but we're still on our first run, so still early in the night. Only been at it for an hour, actually less. How you doing, Assassin? Instead of stacking to 5 kills, it's now 3. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. It's fine. Still OP as hell. Can't see through the bubble. Nine Denon engineer, IXD engineer. Morning. Grinded all day yesterday with no legendaries and got 3 within 15 minutes before bed. RNG is weird sometimes, man.
Attention, you are being followed. Shall I
Congrats, though. What'd you get? Engineer, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Attention.
as well as mammoth.
Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
And boop. Give me that head. Yeah, Golem's Limb. Oh, it's the one I don't have. I'm jealous. Congrats, though. On 5 days, playing about 6 to 7 hours a day with 0 drops. I've had multiple dry spells. I've had 3-day dry spells, 5-day dry spells. RNG's just a bitch. King, there'll be one of each type. One of each type of weapons. Yep. Available at level 10, correct. And they'll be upgradable as well. So if you really like one, you can upgrade it to epic and continue using it. And it'll be in a separate tab on your stash at launch. Exclamation point day 1, Sonny. In that Reddit post. And there's replies to questions in that thread that they clarify on some of this info. Yep, 4 more days. Take it easy, Roscoe. 4 more days. 5 for me. Drink. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah, you might want to, Sonny. Yeah. I try to have the most recent, like, mass communication in a command here, so. Thought you'd be thirsty. I'm thirsty for that golem limb. Whoop. You'll get it before Drast, probably. Everyone seems to be getting it before me. No golem till launch. I won't get it till my first expedition. Watch. Oh, I'm sure there will be server problems at launch. That's why I'm not overly upset about having to wait so long. give them time to sort it out and things on the servers to kind of stop melting. There's no game that doesn't have server problems at launch. Jesus, this thing is a beast with twisted rounds. And it's not even a high-powered iceberg. Whoops. Popped that too early. It's a potato gun. I am the potato now. Excuse you? I talked to the captain. He said you're cut off till launch. But, Mom. Oof. It's strong, but still got to hit the shot. We're gonna have an earthworm soon. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. What happened to my bubble? That went away really fast. What the hell? Okay, he's dead. Bubble just got nerfed. I mean, not a bad idea. Yes, it is.